Good evening, warm welcome to the program. So, this is a weekly program on discussion or review of any job posting related to supply chain executive, either at entry level or mid level for a multinational organization who may be paying more salary than traditional organization. So I am trying to choose the company, especially those are in consulting or in development, apart from the manufacturing organization. So you will know wide range of areas where the supply chain professional can apply, and what are the requirements from employees, and how you can bridge them, especially when you want to move to a job where the job is of higher level, and also the payment is expected to be higher. Then the requirement will also be equally tough. So let us see one such requirement today. Allow me to attach my screen, and let us review this particular. So this is JD Analysis 135, one of the leading organization which has come recently. So let us see what are the requirements and how you can bridge the gap when you're applying. Before that, let me briefly introduce myself. My name is Pattabhi Raman. This is my LinkedIn profile. You are always welcome to connect or follow my profile. I am also available in Udemy, where I have nearly 5,000 candidates enrolled for various supply chain program. Of course, the figure what you see is a relatively old one. Now, let me adjust the screen a bit. Okay. So you can always visit both LinkedIn as well as Udemy if you are trying to enroll for any of the program. Coming to my profile, I am an engineer with a postgraduate degree in both management and data science. I have worked in global organization for nearly 2.5 decades, mainly in supply chain domain. So I have been working in different subdomains in the supply chain at various level. I started my career with the Bosch and continued there for nearly 15 years. Finally, I was heading the supply chain in the last two organizations as a head of supply chain, managing end-to-end supply chain management. Currently, I am heading an organization known as Thoughtware Training Private Limited as a CEO. Coming to my certifications, if you are in the job market, you should be knowing about this global certification from APIX. If you are not sure, you can Google up or even type APIX in any job portal. You will see which are the companies who require this kind of certification, especially in today's competitive world. These certifications are essential. Don't depend upon local certification, even if they are from IEM, because now it is affordable. IEM doesn't scrutinize nowadays. They have also become commercial, and if you have money 1 to 3 lakhs, you can become certified in supply chain from IIM, and also you can become alumni. So I have seen in the job market, mostly 80% of the people have similar certification, and most of them are also postgraduates. So if you want to distinguish yourself, you need this kind of global certification. I am also certified from a similar institute called Demand Driven Institute. The certification like Demand Driven Planner Professional, also certified purchasing manager and project management professional. Coming to our organization, we are based in Bangalore, 5-year old organization. We provide both consulting and training in the supply chain and allied domain. Coming to today's job advertisement, it is from Mikkel Page. They are staffing organization, means it is for some of their clients. And I have picked it from LinkedIn, and I have picked it today. But unfortunately, this job was posted 1 month back, but still it is live. But you can see by a number of applicants it's only 17, which may indicate the challenges in the job profile, because we have been seeing earlier job profile where nearly 1,000 people apply for only in LinkedIn platform. And the job were very recent one. But in this case you can see it's 1 month old, but still live. Only 17 people have applied. They have informed as a global biopharmaceutical company. Okay, that's what is available. Maybe you can see the further detail. The title of the position is SNOP and Global Strategy and Analytical Lead. So they are trying to combine three things. Okay, global strategy. So when we talk about strategic planning, we are talking about a long-term planning, maybe 2 years to 4 years, 5 years, on a product family level or business unit level. But when it comes to SNOP, we are talking about medium term planning, maybe 15 months, 18 months. And here we are talking about only product family or so. But in strategic level we are talking about business unit, and we don't go into details. And analytical lead, so analytics is required everywhere. But you can see the complexity of the job title. That could be one reason why people are afraid to apply. Let us review the requirement. When we talk about this thing, so you should be aware, but there is some bit confusion whether, because normally you do not combine a strategic position with SNOP position, because one is for long range, another one is for medium range. But in any case, if you would like to apply, you should be very much aware about SNOP process and how to execute it in such a multinational environment. So you should be an excellent coordinator. Apart from SNOP process knowledge, you should deal with functional head, possibly CEO or C-shoot employees, not only your local unit, also from other units. So this is when, even when we talk about SNOP, it's really a challenging position, and only very few can handle this kind of a job. But this is a quicker path to come to the top of our organization. I have seen many times the person who is dealing this kind of activity, they quickly become head of supply chain or maybe even CEO. So the expected soft skill could be negotiation and communication skill, analytical and presentation skills. Since it is in the title, you should be very well versed with analytical tools, because SNOP requires a lot of input. So you need to analyze demand, supply condition, and make some your own projection and recommendation to the top management. Multiple role. So I am not expecting everyone can have this combined requirement, but in any case, you cannot avoid. If you are looking for a career growth with a good salary, you job. This program is going live in LinkedIn and YouTube. If anyone of you need any clarification, you can type in the comments or chat live in the YouTube channel. So coming to the requirement from the job posting, they are talking as a supply chain strategy. So strategy means here we are talking on a long term, 2 to 5 years, not at a product level, maybe business unit level. So support the head of global planning in setting overall supply strategy. Here they are talking about supply strategy, not supply chain strategy. Okay, supply chain, we deal both the supply and demand, but here they are specifically talking about supply strategy. I am not clear whether they are also looking for demand combined together. And in day to day operation, this is where I feel they are mixing up. Strategy is for a long term. You're not going to do deal with day to day operation. And day to day operation, we are talking about components today, this shift, next shift, and, tomorrow. So strategic person need not have that execution capability on day to day basis. So there is something wrong with the job description. Own MIS of a demand and supply. MIS, here you have to interpret as an analytical skill. So you should be well versed. So by seeing this, it's not only long term, medium term, but also at a execution term, at a global level, multi plant level. That's could be the reason why very few people have applied. Okay. MIS means here it is analytics. So you may have lot of data to handle. So you should be well versed with supply chain analytics, able to make recommendation to the management, work out key operating metrics, and you can see various process in SNOP. Normally we talk about 5-step SNOP process, and all tracking related. Support the productivity of all meeting by owning planning agenda and notes. So okay, one of the role previously we have spoken that the role should support all medium, long, and day-to-day operations. Second one is a different activity. Okay, SNOP is a medium term role. So he should become SNOP coordinator and conduct the process effectively. So to become effective in this process, he should be very communicative, deal with the heads of function, maybe at a global level. So if you are weak in communication, please don't apply. And you should be sitting next to CEO, maybe smoking along with him if you have to handle this, or maybe a lady who has a good influence or communication skill. Yes, possible. Otherwise, it's a difficult task. Play a leadership role in development of process procedures, updating various process within function or cross function, improving supply chain reliability, supply reliability. Here once again please note, it's not supply chain, supply reliability, revenues and profitability. Maybe they are goofing up some of the thing. They have to be clear whether they are talking about supply or supply chain. Supply means it's only input, demand is something different. So I am getting confused whether is it for a leadership role or coordinating role or a mix of everything. Act as a SPOC. Okay, this means as a single point of contact between various stakeholders for the supply and operation strategy team for all the data and reports requirement. Strategize, execute, monitor, hone, act as a single point of contact from planning for all the projects related to supply and operation strategy. Okay, so a single point of contact means you have a lot of responsibility to add it to it. I'm not sure is it a team lead head having a team to manage, because in this multi-functional, multi-role, I feel a lot of unnecessary responsibilities are dumped here. Okay, so this is a job based in Bangalore, on-site job. The next description is oversee multiple project, coordinate execution of strategic initiatives within budget, given deadline over 4 to 6 horizons. So you can see when we talk about strategic budget or planning, we are talking about 4 to 6 year. For a person dealing with strategic planning, handling day-to-day executional activity is totally different. Yeah, generally it should not be combined. Okay, but here there is a mistake. That could be a strategic mistake if they have been handling, because this could lead to ineffective handling of this position. Researching, benchmarking, analyzing data, and compiling, assimilating, preparing business recommendation from operations, supply chain perspective seems to be reasonable, because analytical skill is a basic thing what is expected. Program management, when they are talking about multiple projects, so projects are all for long term duration, longer horizon, and you should be familiar with supply chain analytics. Prepare presentation and update for internal audience, summaries of leadership alignment meeting on supply strategy. I am not sure why more stress is given on presentation. Of course, it's a part of any executive, whether you are in supply chain at junior or mid or senior level. Prioritize critical issue and provide required information for the leadership to facilitate timely, efficient, and effective decision making. This could be a objective of SNOP meeting. That's why we do SNOP meeting. So one is making analysis of what is happening, where is the gap between supply and demand, is there any critical shortages, or should we develop some capacity internally or externally, and prioritize what management has to decide first, or in the sequence, and possibly you should be in a position to give recommendation for this position. So this is where you can see, even though these some of these companies are global company, the job descriptions are not written to the function. They are trying to dump everything on some of the position. That's where candidate may be afraid to apply for such of the role. Okay, coming to the next, derives CFT discussions on SLA, service level agreement, and their actual tracking. Continuously review SNOP, supply planning process. Okay, all this could be a part of administrative job. Act as an advisor to the head of global supply planning, and support in execution of ad hoc task. So one more cap is added now, acting as a advisor to the head of global supply planning. Okay, really you need an ideal person. Maybe some robo can take this kind of a role. Even you cannot get somebody from IIM to fulfill this role. The person should have multiple function experience in execution. Maybe the candidate is expected to have at least 20-25 years here, but I have seen they are looking for a mid-level candidate for this. Okay, you can see the successful applicant, they are talking about 8 to 14 year. Okay, reasonable experience, 5 to 7 years experience in top consulting firm involved in supply chain consulting and execution role. So once again the problem comes here, it is not in a actual environment where client is using. Possibly since it's a consulting role, they are trying to develop some software or some IT tools for their vendors. Okay, high proficiency in Excel functionality. So this is where it differs. The organization who really execute SNOP is somebody, but consulting is somebody. There is a big gap. Okay, for manufacturing organization, they should have their own internal team to execute things. High proficiency in Excel functionality, good understanding with experience of pharma supply chain is essential. That's fine. Okay, analytical pharma, and specifically they are looking for consulting experience. Coming to next requirement, SAP, IBB, APO, or JDA, Kinaxis in supply planning. Okay, most of us are using some form of a ERP, or some organization they also use JDA or Kinaxis. They are more of a transaction software, and maybe when it comes to IBP, we are talking about integrated business planning or APO, advanced planning. Maybe this only from the ERP development, I think they are looking for, because very few client organization may be using this kind of a tool. For them, normal ERP is sufficient. Functional and hands-on experience on Power BI, Tableau, similar dashboarding system. These are all visualization tools. Nowadays, everyone is expected to have knowledge on this tool. Okay, supply planning tools and analytical tools. Strong supply chain planning fundamental with excellent analytical skills. So you should be from the core supply chain area, but once again, from the consulting angle, they are not worried about in the execution angle. Should have business process knowledge of demand planning, supply planning, and SNOP, experience around configuring analytics and dashboard. So you can see, apart from having experience and knowledge, as well as presentation communication skill, you should also have this analytical skill. Maybe I feel this is a repeat of what we have been discussing earlier. So the conclusion is the job is really challenging. Possibly here they are trying to dump more and more responsibility into the role, and making this person to be a single point of our contact. That could be one of the reason why very few candidates are applying. Where we have seen in our previous reviews, each of the job, 1,000 people apply in LinkedIn platform alone. Imagine other job portals. So each of such job, maybe 3,000 or 5,000 people are going to apply. But here you can see just 16 people have applied, and this job is live for more than a month. So it indicates the complexity. And maybe people understand the requirement, but I feel it is too much loaded. Even if it is for a CEO for the organization, it is too much. But you cannot avoid. If you are looking for a job in a multinational company, high paying, this job can pay, if I am not wrong, 75 lakhs to 1 crore CTC. Okay, as far as professional knowledge is concerned, I am saying the execution should be separate, medium, long term can be separate. So here everything is dumped together. Okay, so possibly we have seen very few are ready to apply for this kind of position. We cannot avoid. We have seen 50% of high paying jobs require this type of skill set, and know everything in supply chain. Added to that, you should be in consulting field, have experience in all this domain. But the pay package, the company working environment, everything could be fine. So any questions, anyone watching live? Any questions? You can type in the LinkedIn comments or YouTube, wherever you are watching. If you are in the job market, all this could be hazards you cannot avoid, you should face them. So you are always welcome to reach me or our executive in this WhatsApp number, or also you can see the sites. One of our popular program is supply chain analytics. This is where we train people with combined knowledge of domain as well as application of analytical tool in supply chain, apart from global certification program. So is there any question you would like to ask? You can always type in the LinkedIn comment, or if you are watching offline, also you are always welcome to comment or chat in the YouTube. I am always available for any training or career advice. If you want to review any of the other job also, you are always welcome to send the link so that I can discuss on such requirements. Thanks for watching. Bye.